fucked up. I fucked up big time, and I need your guys' help to get out of it.
Rooney makes the save away towards his left. He is the hero for Villarreal.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Glory Hunt. And now, as I said at the beginning of that, completely fucked up. But before I tell you how I fucked up, don't mind my hair. I apologize that I look like a tramp. I've literally got out of bed like half an hour ago. That's why I sound half dead. But yeah, we'll wake up as we play, so it's all good. So basically, you guys saw at the end of last episode that I had to take everybody out of registration for the Premier League to register the new players to get it in the wage bill. And I could only basically play the old players in the Champions League and the new players in this. Well, I tried to throw the Champions League because I was like, you know what? This isn't going to work. I made a massive mistake. Let me throw the Champions League and then we can focus on the league. Finish maybe Conference League for next year because we've got to win that anyway, and then work our way back up. The problem is, I failed to throw the Champions League. So, we played Atletico Pamplona. That was a really good game. The style, we were playing the way I wanted. A couple of players not quite to the level I expected. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. And then we got spanked 5-0 by Slavia Prague. You can see there, Danny Parejo was playing in goal. I was deliberately trying to throw it, so we didn't have to worry about playing it. And realistically, we're not going to win it with barely even 11 players in this Villarreal side. Couldn't throw it, ended up still qualifying for the last 16 playoff round. So today I'm going to play Vigo, play Spanish Cup 4th rounds, play Sevilla. I'm then going to play the Champions League knockout round Alaves and the Champions League knockout round again and Getafe off camera. I'm going to try and throw those games as well. Whoever we've got, we're going to try and deliberately not qualify for the next round of Champions League. You'll then see Barcelona, Real Madrid and Atletico. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Valencia. And then the final episode will be Atletico and potentially Spanish Cup games, depending on how far we get. In terms of transfers, we brought a few more players in. Not that guy. Where? Looking. So Ivan Azos, I wanted to sign him for January. The deal collapsed because they couldn't find a better player. I cancelled it on deadline day, re-put it back through again, but signing him in the summer. Shout out to my friend Matt, by the way. So basically, the plan of action is to sign quite a few young 22, 23, 24-year-olds that are on less than 50 grand a week to bolster our squad for next year, to give us the capabilities to compete in other leagues. He looks like a fantastic player. He looks like a younger, more promising version of Gerard Moreno. Like, his decisions still lacks a little bit, and his vision and passing still lack a little bit for my kind of striker. But maybe 2 years' time he could be a starter. I think he really could. And in terms of other players, so we brought in Anya for, it was a couple $100K. Again, he's very, very raw, but he's 19 years old. There's bags of potential here. His physical stats are great. Still a lot to be desired on his other stats, but if they can all hit 12 or 13 by the end of next season, then great. Really, really low wage. His determination is 15, which is what attracted me to him in the first place. And he can play on both sides as well, which is good. And then the other player we brought in was Lazaro, Brazilian left winger. Again, someone cheap, someone cheerful, but good stats to play rotation on that left-hand side. I've come to a conclusion that we're going to have cheap alternative options, otherwise we're going to struggle. And then finally, it was like 20 million up front and then 20 million over 2 years, 40 million pounds in total. Jesus Vasquez, look at those stats. He looks like Jose Gaia, but slightly more cracked. 16 determination and already got 12s and 13s at 20 years old, 22 years old. For me, he's going to be sensational. Another homegrown player. And that's the transfer policy I'm going to go with in the summer. I'm going to go with having, not all of these players are going to stay. I'm going to have a balance of youth and experience, and then loads of youthful 21, 22-year-old promising players on the bench. Hopefully that'll bolster us out the squad. We're going to If we qualify for Europe next year, obviously we'll try and balance both. If we don't, the plan will be just to go straight for the league and hope to God we can get close to it. So even though I couldn't register those new signings they're in, I should have bought them in for the end of the season, but you know, it is what it is. And we're just going to have to try and fight it out ultimately between now and the end of the season and hope that we can deal with the job. I know we can raise some funds in the summer because I know we've got players to sell. So we just need to get to the summer now. And that's why I'm going to throw the Champions League. I fucked up massively. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have signed so many players in January. But, you know, unfortunately, so many things, the salary cap, the registration rules. I knew about the Champions League registration rules. That was never a problem. But the salary cap and the league registration salary, I just completely overlooked. I hate managing in Spain, to be honest. So for me, it's just a momentary lapse of concentration and a bit of money going to my head. And unfortunately, it's really hindered our growth this season. But, you know, if we can make a late charge and get into the Champions League for next year, then I can then re-go at it again, bringing in some youth players to play in the league that are on considerably lower wages, you know, and then from there, we can go from there. I worked it out. We could have a squad of 22 players on 50 grand a week and still be within our wage bracket. So that's going to be the plan going forward. For every person who's on 20 grand, I can have someone who's on 80 grand, but the plan is going to be to build over the summer, a 24-man squad that fits within the wage bracket. Now I know what it is, and that gives me the opportunity to go and compete next year as Carlos Soler goes through. It's a fantastic ball from Jeffrey Dog Beer as Soler rifles it straight underneath the keeper. Yeah, like I say, the plan's going to be, and it's going to be a big transfer window in the summer. Right now, every player, what their wage is, what their value is, what their transfer value is. Are they worth keeping? Are they worth selling? Someone like Wijnaldum, for example, 34 years old. He's not going to be worth the 70 or 80 grand he's on, so he will go in the summer. Someone like Juan Foyth, on the other hand, who might be on 60 or 70 grand, is still a 23-year-old. Oh, my God. He's still a 23-year-old promising centre-back who I really, really like. So for me, you know, he will be worth that money. But for every one of him, there's going to have to be, like that striker that we've signed from Real Vallecano, there's going to have to be... not Real Vallecano. What's the other one? Whoever we signed him from anyway. It's going to have to be that... God, man! This is tragic! Whatever. Anyway, there's going to have to be a balance in the squad, basically. So I fucked up with building the squad this year. I'm going to work my hardest to build it next year and hope to God that I don't get sacked, because I've got a feeling that I might do. But right now, we're playing about as bad as my trim looks. So, half time, 2-1 down. It's just not how you want to start, to be honest with you. Not how you want to start at all. I can't be arsed, man. I thought he'd miss. I absolutely cannot be arsed at this point. Like, yeah, we're away from home, but come on, lads. Like, this is appalling. Absolutely appalling. Full time, and if you listen close enough, you can hear the ring of the Spanish. You're getting sacked in the morning. This is not great at all. Not great at all. We move into the cup. So, as there's no registration or salary limits to the cup, I can actually play our new signings. So, Lazaro is going to get a game on the left with Soler moving into Mazzala. Vasquez is going to come in at left back, and we're going to see how they get on. Hopefully, they impress me ahead of the new season. It'll be painful if they don't, because we need the players in. This is one competition we need to win. They're unbeaten in 5. We lost our last game 3-1. Let's hope to God that we can pull off a win. They're already knocking it around in a way in which I don't like. What a ball. Oh my God. We are actually fucking shit. We are actually fucking shit. Like, really, really shit. I can't be arsed, man. I really can't be arsed. Just a joke. Just an absolute joke. Half time, we're 1-0 down. I feel like we can get our way back into the game. Come on, boys. Malinowski with a free kick. Come on. He's bagged it before. Can he bang it again? Come on. What a free kick, by the way. That's the best thing he's done since I signed him. Been pretty tragic, I can't lie, which has been rather disappointing considering I got really excited about being able to sign a cult hero. I thought Spain would have been easier for him to play him, but he stepped up when it matters most with that peach of a free kick, and now Carvalho's injured. Pellegrini, buddy, you're playing it right back. Sorry, Malinowski. Into Pellegrini, shit. He's put it in with his right foot. Thank God, the left foot. Thank God for that. Oh, what a goal. Come on. Carlos Soler again, man. Maybe the Mazzala's where he's got to play. Maybe the Mazzala's where he's got to play because I know it's just a team in the Spanish Cup, and I know that he's missed sitters. Good passing by Pellegrino's weak foot. Great touch for Joe Moreno. First time ball from Carlos Soler into the bottom corner. This Paredes, Soler, Kondogbia trio is now starting to look good, which is what I like to see. It might be that I push Wijnaldum out wide to the left and have Soler more central, and then in the summer go and look for maybe a more natural winger rather than having a midfielder out wide. Joachim, and it's 2-2, and they've had 2 chances. They've had 2 shots on target. They've had 2 shots on target. The pain is real, guys. The pain is real. We've been better than them. We've played better than them. We've played well together, and I just 6 minutes of stoppage time. Throw in, knocked wide by Pau Torres. 1-4 now. Can we build from the back? 1-4 is a great ball over to Malinowski. Takes a good touch. Oh, he's stolen it back. Malinowski, Gerard Moreno deflected. And it's over for a corner. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. Malinowski now with a ball. Can he put a good cross in? It needs to be as good as the cross that got us the equaliser in the Italian Cup last season. Malinowski, ball into the box. Nobody can get to it at all. And the keeper collects it. And we go to extra time. This is not great for our fixture, our congested fixtures. But hopefully we can do something. Oh, one final highlight. Rulli out wide to Vasquez. Down the line to Lazaro. What can he do? Poor ball. And now they can counter. Long ball over the top to Peter. To Peter. Pau Torres has fucked it. The ball across. Oh my God. Oh my God. The 121st minute. And then one of the most senior, the second most senior player in my team has just cost us a space in the next round of the Spanish Cup. I cannot believe it right now. I cannot believe it. That is the most sabotage I've ever seen. When you get it there, hoof it clear. That touch is tragic. I'm not having this at all. I'm absolutely fuming. Absolutely furious. Joe Moreno's up front. Wijnaldum onto the left. Soler into midfield. Pellegrini back in. Everything else is the same. We've just got to go and get 3 points, man, because one episode and 3 losses is just not going to be a good sitting at all. And this, I just can't believe how bad we're playing at the moment. It was a dead first half. No real chances for any team at all. All to play for in the second half. Probably the worst game of Football Manager you've ever seen in your life. 0-0. Completely dead. Completely flat. Clean sheet is good, but it's about the only thing that has been good this episode. But yeah. What can you do? Hey, what can you do? It's going to be Barca, Real Madrid, and Valencia. And then we go from there, really. Right now, we've got 13 games left. and we are 9 points off of 4th. So that is possible. And we're only 6 points out of the European places, which again is possible. What's going to happen, I don't know, but I'll see you there.